Good evening, Mary.
Hello,
How are you today?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
And I'm fine. Today you're my first student here. So I see that Monday is not very lucky day for lessons. So, and Mary, today we are going to discuss and to revise in our memory, or if it's impossible to revise, just to learn new construction used to. So, Mary, what do you know about this construction and when do we use it?
When we use this verb when we talk about habits, we can use used to. It means something happened previous. We can use used to be. It's like habits in the past. Like example. Okay, I used to be smoked. No,
Just I used to smoke.
I used to smoke. And we can use I get used to. It means like I move on and I have to get used to for some, I don't know, new climate.
I have a little addition to your answer, really, because I agree that it's about habits that happened in past, but they happened and they were in past, but now we
It's
don't
still.
do it. So if you tell that he's used to smoke, it means that he smoked in past, but now he doesn't smoke. Yes, and I see uh, Mary, one more Mary actually, and Michael here. So hello, Mary.
Hello.
Oh, and you here. So as far as I remember, you tried to add to our lesson previous time, but you didn't cope with it, yes? So, and I see you for the first time, so can you tell something about yourself?
Oh.
So how old are you? Where are you from? How long have you been learning English?
I am 26. I am from Nizhny Tagil.
It's difficult to hear you, so can you put microphone close to you?
I am 26 and I'm from Nizhny Tagil, and I have been learning English for several years.
For 7 years?
Several.
Oh, several. Because seven is also a lot of. So it's nice. And hello, Michael.
Hi.
How are you today?
I'm okay, thanks.
So, and today we are going to discuss, not discuss, but revise in our memory construction used to. So, and Mary has just explained us the meaning of this construction, but you were absent. So, can you revise the meaning of this construction? So, Mary, I don't know how to identify you. So, Mary will be Mary and Maria, maybe. Maria. So do you remember when should we use construction used to?
We use this construction when we talk about something in the that happened in the past.
In the past, but now?
But now we stop it. Stop to
Yes, when we did something in past and now we stopped doing it. So, and I'm giving you a link to follow. Oh, not giving. So, here is a link. So, and it seems to me that it doesn't work, yes?
Yeah, it's wrong link. You need to open the document and after
I
that.
have opened. So, one more time. Yes. Here is a link. So let's look. So at the beginning of this link, there are rules of usage construction used to in statements, negatives, and questions. So, Michael, read for us how should we use this construction in statements.
In statements. What is a statement?
When you tell that something is. So I go to school every day, it means statement. When you tell I don't go to school every day, it means negatives. And when you want to ask, do you go to school every day, it means questions, yes?
So, how to say it in Russian? Statement.
Утверждение.
Okay.
Отрицание и вопрос.
Okay.
So statements.
Okay. I used to play tennis, and I used to play. He used to play. We used to play.
Good. So we just take verb use and add the ending ed to it. So negatives, Maria, please.
Ella didn't used to play basketball.
Yes.
She used to play. She didn't used to play. We didn't used to play.
Yes, so you see there is a subject, then didn't, and then bear verb, yes, use. So, and Mary, please, questions.
Questions. Did they used to play football? Did he used to play? Did you used to play? Did they used to play? Etc.
Yes, good. And I have a question to you, really. So, to check your logic, really, is it possible to use this construction in present or future tenses? So, what do you think?
This construction about for present question? Do you
So,
mean?
is it possible to use this construction in present tenses and future tenses?
I think not really. It's not really appropriate way, I think.
Michael, what do you think?
In the future, I will. You mean used to?
Yes, used to, and with it meaning that you did something in the past, but now you don't.
In future, it's not possible, and about now we can.
And Maria, what do you think about it? Do you agree with Mary and Michael?
We cannot use this construction.
So yes, it's really true because construction used to, it's possible to use only in past tenses. And let's look at our first exercise. So we should rewrite each sentence or question in order this have the same meaning. So we have sentences without used to, but we should write it using used to. So Maria, let's start.
The second one.
Yes, with the second.
Sophie had long hair when she was at school. Sophie used to have long hair when she was at school.
Yes, it's right. And the third?
Mary didn't listen when her teachers were speaking.
Yes.
Mary didn't used to listen when her teachers were speaking.
Yes, it's correct. Next, Mary.
Ricardo got up at 6 o'clock when he was training for Olympics. Ricardo Ricardo used to get up at 6 o'clock when he was training for Olympics.
Yes, good. And the fifth?
What did you usually do on a Saturday evening? What did you used to usually do on Saturday evening?
Or you even cannot to use usually because the construction used to shows that you did it regularly, but now you stopped. So what did you used to do on Saturday evenings? Michael, the sixth.
Okay, 6, yeah?
Yes.
Becky was afraid of dogs when she was a girl. Becky used to afraid of dogs when she
Used
was
to be afraid. So to be afraid.
to be afraid of dogs. Yeah. And 7, we always grow up teachers' presents and at the end of the term.
Yes.
We used to give our teachers presents at the end of the term.
Yes, correct. Maria, please, the 8.
Did you live next door to Mrs. Harrison? Did you used to live next door to Mrs. Harrison?
Yes, good. Mary, the 9th.
My brother used to wear glasses when he was small.
Yes, and Michael?
Okay. Did Martin learn German at school?
Mm-hmm.
Did Martin used to learn German at school?
Yes, it's right. And look at the next exercise with a lot of pictures, really. So look at the pictures and complete the sentences. So, Mary, the first one. First one has already done, so the second.
Anna lived in the country, in the city. Anna used to lived, yes?
No, used to live, because you use to, and to means that it's infinity.
Okay, Anna used to live in country.
But
now she lives in the city.
She lives, Mary.
Lives, yes.
Yes. And the third?
Nick. Nick used to walk to school but now he rides a bike.
Yes, it's correct. Michael?
Okay. Kate used to get up late, but now she gets up early.
Yes. And the fifth?
Fifth, Carol used to have short hair, but now she has long hair.
Good. And Maria, the last, please.
Jack used to be short, but now he's tall.
Yes, it's right. And let's look at the next exercise. So in this exercise, you should write sentences, negatives, or questions with used to. So, Michael, let's start with you.
We need to make a question, yeah?
No, in the brackets after each.
Now I see. People didn't use to mobile phone.
Yes. And the next.
The next. Okay. Did they no, how to say it right? Did they
Why they? This thought. He goes swimming. You should. You started right. Did he?
Statement.
Yeah, if you talk about
statement. Yes, he
used to go swimming.
Yes, it's correct. Maria, please.
Did they used to like jazz music?
Yes. The fifth.
Olga's family used to live in Moscow.
Good. Mary?
Negative. We didn't used to drink coffee. My sister doesn't used to watch television.
Mary, past.
Past, okay. My sister didn't used to watch television.
So, and Maria, the eighth.
Did Tony used to work in a bank?
Yes, it's correct. And the next exercise. So, one moment. I will open it also. So, complete sentence. These sentences with used to or didn't used to. So, the first. Mary, please.
I used to play the guitar, but I don't know.
Mary, it should be according to logic. So,
Okay, I didn't used to play the guitar, but I do now.
yes, good. And before you start the next question, I'd like to ask all of you, do you play guitar? Mary, what about you?
Just a little.
A little. Maybe do you play another musical instruments?
Not only guitar.
Only guitar. But it's also nice, really. Michael, what about you?
No, I couldn't.
Can't. Yes.
Yeah.
Any music instruments?
Anyone.
Maybe Maria can.
Can what? To play any musical instrument? Any other or guitar?
Maybe. So let's start with guitar. Can you play guitar?
No, I cannot.
What about other?
I used to play the piano.
But now you don't.
I
Yes.
have no time for it.
I have a lot of friends who were forced to attend musical school, and when they graduated from it, they put the diploma on parents' table and asked them to forget about this period of their life, really.
No, I didn't forget. My piano is standing in my room, and sometimes I play, but very rarely.
So, but you have another business, yes,
Yes.
and more important things in life. So, Mary, the second.
I used to ride bike, but I don't anymore.
Yes. Then Michael.
Okay. I used to collect stamps, but I don't anymore.
Yes, and I also have a question. Have you ever collected something in your life, Michael?
Of course, something like stamps and coins.
Was it interesting to collect stamps?
Of course. But it's hard to explain. So it's maybe it's interesting to not to collect, but
the process of collecting.
no, to see these stamps from the different places. Interesting.
Oh, but just really, I even didn't try to collect stamps because it wasn't interesting to me. But I collected pyramids, and I read a lot about different types of pyramids. It made me really closer to Egypt. But about stamps, I don't know. It's not for me really. Mary, have you ever collected something?
Coins.
Or coins? I think it's also interesting.
And light.
What?
I know, flashlight. How to say? I forgot the word. Just a second. Some with fire. Some stuff.
Maybe matches, I don't know.
No. Lighter. Yes, lighter.
Зажигалки.
Yes.
Oh my god. Why did you wanted to have them?
No, but it's really cool stuff. Some was really cool, very big, some very little, some like, I don't know, for women, very teeny and small. It's really different. They was different color and different form.
But I didn't think that it could be interesting, but when you describe it, it really. So maybe there is something in it, really. And Maria, have you ever collected something?
I have collected dolls. I started to collect them, porcelain dolls.
Oh, I've heard about them, but they're really scary, and I will not sleep with them in the same room.
When I started to do it, I also was scared of them, but it ended. Это закончилось.
It started. Oh, it finished.
It finished. But my first doll was broken, and my second doll was broken by my cat, and only the third doll, she's very beautiful and she's very expensive. She's standing very high from the cats and babies and
Is she
children.
also with you?
I don't sleep with her, but she is she's not broken.
It's also good. The last of your collection.
Yeah.
So, and Michael, not Michael, maybe Michael. Continue, please.
Where we stop?
Fourth.
First, okay. I used to enjoy getting up early, but no, I didn't used to enjoy getting up early, but I do now.
Yes, and I have a question. Do you like to get up early?
I prefer to get up later, but for me, it's now it's indifferent, so I can do it when when I need to
So
do.
it's not a problem for you, yes?
Yeah. But if you talk about in general, I prefer to wake up later.
Mary, do you like to get up early?
No, I don't sleep. I think it's okay. Everybody like get up early. Oh, nobody like, because it's awful. Yes.
And Maria?
I like to sleep long, but when I get up early, I feel better and I can do much more things.
I really agree with Maria because I also like to sleep, but when I wake up not early, I'm the whole day there is something with my head and it doesn't work really at all. So the fifth, Maria, please.
I used to be worried about the environment, but I am now.
What did you chosen? What did you choose?
I didn't used to.
Yes, it's right. And I also have a question. Do you worry about environment?
I do.
Yes.
Worry, yes.
Mary, what about you? Do you worry about our environment?
Yes, of course. I don't know, like everybody, consciousness person, it's normal because we live here and it's our home.
And Michael?
Maybe I don't pay attention, so it's.
According to Mary, you are an unconscious person.
Yeah. So for me, it's interesting if it's clear near the house or in the forest. But maybe I do nothing for that. Yeah.
But maybe you live in not so polluted city, but I live in one of the most polluted city in Ukraine. So, and it seems to me that no one cares about nature really, and no one cares about people. And
But what do you do?
I have nothing to do because it's two great problems with environment when you just so there is a morning and everything is gray according to you. So and you understand that you can do nothing with it. So I can take put put rubbish and put it into a basket, yes, but it will not solve the problems of our city because we should just destroy factories and all companies which pollute it, and it's only one way.
I see.
It's sad, really.
Uh-huh.
So, number 6, Mary. Mary.
Mary is sleeping.
So, Maria.
I'm here. Do you hear me? It
Yes.
sounds.
So,
Okay.
number 6 is for you.
I used to be afraid of flying, but I'm not anymore.
And Mary, are you afraid of flying?
No. I don't know. Maybe I never fly.
I think that each person is not afraid of flying while flying isn't. So, Michael, what about you? Are you afraid?
No, for me it's not very. I don't feel fear. Yeah, I
And
don't.
you're not afraid, yes?
Yeah.
And Maria?
I have never done it.
You have never flown, yes. So you can't charge about it. And the 7, please, Michael.
7. So I didn't used to know how to use a computer, but I do now.
Yes, good. And the next hour exercise, we should make statements, negatives, and questions with the same sentences. So, Maria, let's start.
3 sentences.
So you should make all 3 types of sentences. First of all, you should make statement. Then with the same sentences, you should make negatives and then questions. So 1 sentences and then 3 variants of it.
I used to live in a flat when I was a child.
Good.
I didn't used to live in a flat when I was a child. Did you used to live in a flat when you were a child?
Yes, good. Mary?
We used to go to the beach every summer. We didn't used to go to the beach every summer. Did we used to go to the beach every summer?
Good.
How to translate last sentence in Russian? It's a question for Mary.
Ходили мы ранее на пляж каждое лето.
А почему мы не можем сказать как-то по-другому без used to?
So it shows that they did it in previous time, but now they don't do it. So if you don't use used to, it will be 2 different sentences. So we didn't go. So we went to the beach every summer, but now we don't go. So it's simpler, I think, to use used to.
It's like to shorten, yeah, variant.
Yes. It's one of the rule of language. Each language wants to be shorter, and that's why there is haven't, I'm not. Yes, it wants to be shorter. Anyway, it's even between words and at the level of sentences, it wants to be short.
Okay.
So, Michael, I think this sort is for you. Yes.
Sort. Okay. She used to love eating chocolate, but now she hates it.
So we can, Michael, do you hear me? You cannot use, but now she hates it. Using used to, we mean it. So you should also just tell she used to love eating chocolate.
Okay, and if it's negative, we can say it all, yeah? So, she didn't love eating chocolate.
She didn't use to.
So yeah, she didn't used to love eating chocolate, but now she likes it. Yeah?
You also shouldn't use it.
Okay, and did she used to love eating chocolate?
Good. Mary. So let's miss not just he smoke and combine with it.
Okay, he used to smoke.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't used to smoke.
Yes.
Did he used to smoke?
Yes, good. Michael, the fifth.
Fifth, I used to play tennis when I was at school.
Yes.
Yeah? I didn't used to play tennis when I was at school, and did I used to play tennis when I was at school?
Mm-hmm. Or you can just ask, did you used to play tennis? Because it's strange to ask yourself about it. Maybe it's some thoughts allowed, I don't know. So, Maria?
Which one?
Number 6.
She used to be able to speak French, but she has forgotten it all.
So you also shouldn't tell, but she has forgotten it at all, because construction used to shows us that now she doesn't speak French. So just she used to be able to speak French.
She didn't used to be able to speak French.
Yes.
Did she used to be able to speak French?
Yes, good. Mary?
Okay. He used to play golf every week, every weekend.
Yes.
He didn't used to play golf every weekend. Did he used to play golf every weekend?
Yes, good. Michael?
So they they both used to have short hair.
Mm-hmm.
They both didn't used to have short hair.
Yes.
And did they both used to have short hair?
Yes, and Maria?
Julie used
Number 9 and 10 are for you.
Julie used to study Portuguese. Julie didn't used to study Portuguese. Did Julie used to study Portuguese?
Yes, and number 10.
I used to hate school.
Yes.
I didn't used to hate school. Did you used to hate school?
Yes, it's good. And the next our exercise, we should speak about life 200 years ago. So, we should tell they used to do something or they didn't used to do something. So, Michael, number 2. So,
Number.
200 years ago, they.
I'm sorry. The first. So, 200 years ago, people used to ride horses, yeah? And
so let's a little bit stopped, Michael. 1 second. I'd like to ask you also a question about horses. So, have you ever ride a horse?
No.
No,
I haven't.
you haven't. Mary?
I also never ride.
Have never, yes. And Maria?
I have
So you
ridden.
you rode a horse, yes?
Yes.
And what about your feelings?
I am afraid of horses, but I had a strong wish to learn to ride them, but I couldn't справиться. Couldn't
Cope with your fear, maybe.
couldn't
Cope with your fear of horses.
cope with my fear of horses.
So it's, I agree with Maria, because I'm afraid of horses, because once I had a very funny story when one horse tried to eat me, really, and after that I decided that horses are not for me and we can't be friends with them. So the sentence number 2, Michael.
Number 2. 200 years ago, they didn't use to drive cars.
Yes, I agree. And what do you think? Was it difficult to live without cars?
So hard to say. Maybe it's like slow life. So you know, it's not. If you talk about using like a private transportation, it's maybe not very difficult and the same with now. But if we talk about any deliveries services and maybe product or something like that.
From company to company, so maybe iron and something else.
It was harder than.
Harder, yes. Mary, what about you?
I agree with Michael, because now I think it's not possible, because we really get used to the car and it's necessary for us now. All transport, not only car, buses, train. And
so it's impossible to live without it, yes. And Maria, do you agree with previous talkers, speakers?
I agree with them, but I have no car.
So it's horrible, yes? Without car, without any transport. You have only horses which want to eat you, and that's all your life. So the second one, Maria, please.
Которая про closes. Третья, да?
Yes.
They used to make their own clothes.
Yes, right. And I also have a question for Mary. Let's start with her. So, is it difficult to make clothes by yourself?
No, it's not difficult.
So for you, it's not difficult, Maria. Is it difficult to you make clothes by yourself?
For me, it's difficult. I can't do that.
So maybe you should get acquainted with Mary and she will help you to make clothes. And Michael, is it difficult for you to make clothes?
I think it's not a rocket science, so it's possible. Maybe
But
if you read what
Maria, can you repeat?
Не-не-не, ладно. Я сразу представлять начала, как можно делать одежду, из чего Майкл будет делать одежду.
yeah. So I think it's possible and not so hard. Maybe if we talk about the
If you talk about good clothes, yes.
good looking,
Not just trousers, yes.
yeah,
Cotton, that's all.
yeah, like a fashion, yeah, something like that.
But
Maybe
in general, really, girls really know about it because girls had this subject at school, and for us, it's really we know that you should know a lot of different things about person's body and about types of cutting and types of sewing to make these clothes. But I think for men, it's only that's all. Clothes is done. You can wear it.
yeah, something like that.
So, but you can make chia by yourself. I think that you got caught.
With the same,
What?
with the same quality with the clothes. Yeah.
So there is a chair, but you shouldn't sit on this chair. Yes, it's for beauty. So number 4, Mary.
Okay. They 200 years ago they didn't used to go to the cinema.
Yes, good. And I have already asked this question, Mary and Michael. They are not very theater goers, but I don't know about Maria. So, Maria, how often do you go to the cinema?
I went there the day before yesterday.
So, how often do you go to the cinema?
Once, twice a year.
Oh, it's also very rare, really. So, you are in the same group as Mary and Michael, not theater goers.
Theater or cinema?
Cinema.
Cinema, okay.
But in general, do you like to go to cinema? So,
I prefer theater.
so Michael prefers it. So, this is a lot of questions in the same second. So, Maria, do you like to go to cinema?
Well, I do like, but I don't find it very interesting. I like just to enjoy the company.
And if you need to choose, where will you go? So, cinema or theater?
I don't like theater at all. So I
At
go
all.
to the cinema.
So now I have a question to Michael. Why do you like to go to theater?
Because one time I see as a good theater, and it's better than any films. So you know, I think I also think that the theater is not so good now in general, yeah. But sometimes it's happened. You can
But
find.
even I can't agree with you because when I didn't attend theaters, I also thought that theaters were awful, and I saw this horrible building, and I saw what good could be inside of this building. But really, when I entered, it was really amazing, and now I don't think that theaters are bad in our country and in our city.
No,
So.
if you talk not about one of them, but in general, you can if you will go maybe every for every one of them, yeah, of these spectacles, yeah, how to say,
Performance.
what performance?
Yes,
Maybe.
performance.
So you can find that it's not so good. But as I say, if it's like normal or interesting after a register, yeah, or,
I've got your point.
make very interesting performances, yeah. Maybe it's more modern, yeah. If it's more modern, not so classical as usually in the opera theater, yeah.
And Mary, what about you? Theater or cinema?
Of course, theater. It's I think when I was a student, I said to my father that we have ticket in the cinema more expensive than in the theater, and he was really surprised because when in Soviet Union it ticket in
No,
theater.
I didn't go. So the ticket to theater is more expensive, or
Was
ticket.
yes.
So for me there is a logic, because in theater, in cinema, you shouldn't pay everyone. So you just pay for person who shows you film. But in
Of
theater,
course. That's why he was really surprised because it's when he go in theater, it was theater cost in twice expensive than cinema, and it's really was strange. And I don't know, theater with soul, but I don't see now really good movie because now it's really awful. I can I don't know, I can't recommend some new movie for somebody. Maybe that's why. But
so it's
theater
strange because I
also
always
different.
find something interesting to watch.
I?
No, I told about myself that I always can find something interesting to watch in cinemas. So for me, it's strange when a
I don't
person
know.
can't find any interesting. So
You what did you see interesting
I like
last?
comedies really very much. I know that there is Ted number second. Yes, the second part of Ted, and we have already watched a movie about. I don't remember the title of this movie, but about two girls, one some Tikachki. I so maybe you've heard
No.
about it, about one, about the wife of one rich person, and his husband was killed, and the policeman tried to protect this girl from it. It was also comedy. It was really funny, and I enjoyed really. But
I don't know. I don't really like comedy movie because I don't really can see sense. It's like I
just
don't
have
know.
fun and relax from your everyday routine.
I prefer watch movie at home and maybe a more comfortable um, environment and and I don't know. And when I can choose something, when I can stop something, when I can drink tea and lay in the bed.
You know that people in my city really they even bring vodka with them, and some cucumbers, yes, and never mind that it's a theater, so they can just drink, eat. They bring meat, sausages, fried potatoes, and never mind.
Oh, okay, and if I'm in a situation when I pay money for watching movie and behind me sit some men who eat a cucumber and drink vodka, I think it's really awful, and I will hate this movie. And you know, when you buy ticket for bad movie, you create new bad movie when you go in the cinema and you pay for tickets because for this money they create new. I can say it's about new Russian movie. It's really bad. And I don't understand. So I ask people don't go in the cinema and don't create new bad movie.
So you want to destroy this business, yes?
Yes, because it's bad. It can exist in our world.
So I see your point. And I see Alexander here. Alexander.
As I remember, Alexander was a rider of horse.
So you answered instead of Alexander, yes?
Yeah.
But he rides metal horse.
No,
It's much
no,
more difficult.
it was a real,
Real horse.
alive horse. Yeah.
Yes, and number 5. So oh, he doesn't want to speak with us. So he's listening. So number 5. I don't remember who should read it. So Maria.
200 years ago, they didn't. They used to wash their clothes by hand.
Yes, good. And I have also a question. Do you wash your clothes by your hand?
Only socks.
Yes.
Socks, yes.
Is it difficult?
Oh, no, it's not.
Not difficult. Mary, what about you?
I use washing machine, but if it's some, I don't know, some type of clothes that I can't wash in washing machine, I use, of course I do it by my hand.
So, and it's also not difficult for you, yes?
But it's usually some dresses and you can't wash it because it happens something terrible with these clothes.
You know that for me, I never mind really. So it's dress, put it into. So and
Sometimes it's
oh, something wrong happened. I didn't know. So Michael, what about you?
About using washing machine.
Or washing by your hands?
Of course, it's more simpler to use a washing machine, like a kind of progress. Yeah.
So it's not for you, yes? Washing with hands, by hand.
I think it's okay, but maybe the better to use a washing machine if you have it.
But Michael, machine, yes? Because washing machine sounds very strange.
Yeah. Yeah.
So number 6, Mary.
okay. 200 years ago, they didn't used to watch TV.
Yes, good. And Mary, do you watch TV?
No, I don't have TV.
You even don't have it, yes?
I have, but broken,
Oh.
and it's under table. Nobody can watch it.
So Michael, what about you?
About watching TV, yeah.
Yes. Do you like to watch TV?
No, maybe I sometimes I watch it when I am eating in the kitchen. So, but in general, it's like a background, just for some sound from that. For me, it's not interesting. But you know, maybe sometimes they show something interesting, but yeah, no, it's rare. It happens rare.
And Maria, do you watch TV?
I don't watch TV at home, but when I come to my parents, I like to watch it because they have many channels and I can watch this one and that one and that one. National
Is there any
Geographic.
interesting on these
Mm,
channels?
I often expect that they show something interesting, but it's not true for TV.
It happens rarely, yes. I have vice versa, really, that I don't expect anything good on TV, but sometimes it really happens. It's, oh, something interesting. So, number 7, Michael.
Number 7. 200 years ago, this one, yeah?
Yes, everything starts from 200 years ago, but number 7.
Okay, 200 years ago, they used to keep animals for food.
For food, yes, and do we do it now?
Yes.
So we can just tell they kept
But,
animals for food because nothing changed.
maybe every person keep it. Used to keep it, but now it's like a specialty, like for company. Yeah.
So I understand you. And number 8, Maria, please.
200 years ago, they didn't use computers.
Yes, good. And the next question about computers. Can you imagine your life without computer?
I can. It is very useful for me. All my activities connected with information that I can find in internet and use in my computer.
So, Mary, your opinion about computers?
Yes, of course, I think we really get used to for this stuff. But I want maybe 1 week without computer because my eyes really sometimes feel bad. So I want, I don't know, maybe go in some place without my laptop and
But you know, I read one
relax.
article which tells that if you use computer every day, but every hour you have 15 minutes break, computer will not hurt your eyes. So
Maybe, but I don't know, it's really difficult when you watch a movie and you should stop in some period and close your eyes or do something like that. And you forgot about it after, I don't know, up to 2 hours that you should do something.
So, and Michael?
The same situation.
So you use computer often, yes?
Yeah, for me it's like a good thing, but
Oh, I think that Michael has problems with.
all of the people can do it. So
What?
I think all of the people can live without computer, but with
Because really 200 years ago they could manage without computers, but why not now?
not 100,
Maybe 10 years ago, a lot of people live without computer.
And now, okay, we should go to the next lesson. Maybe it started.
I got your point, and I wanted to to finish lesson. So it was the last exercise. So I hope that this lesson helped you to understand this use to better and know how to use it and know the meaning of this construction. So thank you that you were with me, and hope see you next my lesson.
Okay, thank you for lesson.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Bye.